There are some people that when they're expected to have 30 million and they submit 40 million and they still tell them insufficient funds. My sister, is not they do not mean insufficient fund. There is something they are talking about. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dinma, and today we how to write your statement of purpose for your student's visa permit. You know, statement of purpose is a document you address to an immigration officer explaining your purpose of studying and why they should grant you the permit. This is a very, very important document, and you shouldn't just write it anyhow. It is this document that can convince them. To state out 5 tips of writing an SOP. That is 5 important tips. You can write other things in the SOP, but these 5 tips are very, very important. It must be stated in your SOP and you must emphasize on them. You can just build around, you know, when you are writing essay, you can add, chip in some things here and there. But these tips, these 5 tips are important that you don't need to mix them. The first is specific to why you are applying for a study visa permit. So we all know why you are applying for a study visa permit is because you got admission in a school and you are resuming so date. So you are applying to them that yes, I got admission in so university and I'll be resuming so date. So I'm applying for a permit to be granted to study, to travel into that country and study. Because you know you cannot travel into that country and study, so you need a permit. So definitely you have to be specific. Just say that I'm going to study, nothing else. I'm not going to work. I'm not going there after study to stay, to work for the country. Don't stay there. Just be specific. Tell them that I'm just going for study because I got this admission. After my study, I am coming back. Straight. Don't put I want to go there so that I can work. I want to go there. You start building around. No, be specific. Tell them the main thing. Don't go there and start being emotional. Tell them, make it look as if that you don't even need their country. Why you're just coming there for just for studies. That's all. I'm just coming to study. Nothing else. I don't need your country. Ah, come on. You know now. Number 2. Create a link between your existing career and your proposed study. Let me say, okay, I studied engineering. Yes, I studied engineering. So after studying, you came out of school and you've been looking for companies to work and you did not see. Fortunately, you got a bank job. You know, you switched now. You're no longer in science career. You're not like in social science. It is banking and finance. So if you want to apply for a study visa, it is advisable that you link your proposed study should be in connection with your present career path. But if you want to connect it with your previous education, which is engineering, our advice, maybe if you just left school, I mean this is 2024, maybe you left school 2022, 2023, and you just want to continue with your line of education, it's advisable you continue with it. Maybe as you did engineering, you can then go for the master's engineering. But if you have studied maybe for let's say 6 to 10 years ago, and you've already chosen your career path, even if you've not chosen your career path, that you've already followed another career path. Let me use like engineering, and there's no job, and you've already started teaching in schools. You've created a career path for yourself and you don't even know. Yes, that career path is education. You have already created a career path for yourself. So you don't need, after 10 years ago engineering, and now you have been doing for almost 6 years, you've been teaching, and now you want to tell them you want to go back to engineering. You can't convince them very well. So it is better you try to link your proposed study. Maybe even if it's not it, but let's link your proposed study to your present career path. Link it. Tell them that okay, I am teaching and I want to go into let me say development. I want to go into education because I want to improve in my career, this that. Or in your workplace there are some other things you've been doing in that teaching and you want to go into a career path different from teaching. Make sure you link that and tell them that this is what you are doing in your school, but you've not really gained full knowledge of it, and you really like, you have passion for that part of your career, so you want to grow that part, you want to learn more about it, progression. So that's why you are doing it. Make sure you just look for a way to link that your proposed study with your present career. Number 3, home ties. This one is a very important one. Yeah, just tell them, I just want to come study. I'm not going to stay in that country. I have a family. I have to go back to. I have a property. I have a business. I have a job. That is it. Put yourself in a high value. Tell them. They know very well that you're not coming back, but still tell them that you don't want to come, because it's their law that you must go back. But when you enter the country and they have change of mind, that is your own business. But as you're applying for a visa, you need to tell them that you have something that will bring you back. And when you're telling them, you have to use a strong economic value, a very strong home ties. Which one? It is family. Family, I'm not talking about your parents. You can use your parents and your siblings, but they're not strong ties. They are not. They are not strong ties. Strong ties are husband, wife, and children. You know how important it is. Husband, wife, and children. That is a very strong ties. If you tell them, yeah, I'm just going to study, I have a husband and child at home in my home country, and I will definitely be coming back to them. Sure, they will believe that one now. Those white people, they don't joke with family. So they definitely know that you will come back to your family. So give them a strong one. But we have brothers and sisters that are not married. So what will they do? So they will not go to school again because they don't have, they cannot prove strong home ties again because they don't have family. No, now. There are some brothers and sisters that have properties on their name, not the one that your parents have, or not properties your parents have. Unless if the one your parents have, you've inherited it and they've changed the name of the property to your name. But if your land is not in your name, don't submit it though. You can't use that. Is that your own? Is it your own? Why are you submitting what is not your own? But if it's in your parents' name and they have changed you've inherited it, change it to your name. That is when you show that it is your own, it is your property. Show ownership by your name written on that document. You can use that one. Who will leave his property and go find out it's another man's country? And is a strong economic value now. So and especially when you then evaluate it and say this land presently now is worth 700 million. So when you want to leave 700 million and go like that, no. So once you have that property, evaluate it. Don't just show them this is my property. No, evaluate it. Look for a real estate evaluator, whatever people that evaluate it. Just look for them, let them evaluate it, and look for a real evaluator. Is that a word for it? Okay. But look for a real one that is easy to access online, and they have websites and they are real. If you have a land property, you can use that as a strong tie. If you don't have a land property, you have a job. Let your job write to them. Write maybe an introductory letter. Tell them that they are aware of that you work with them. They are aware of you going for studies, and that your job is still there for you when you come back. That because they are allowing you, because they know whatever you will get from there, the knowledge and information you get from abroad, you be a great value for them in their company when you come back. Amba, your company know English. Now make them blow English. That kind of thing now. So definitely that's what you need. Just look for strong ties to use. Then you can also supplement your parents, you taking care of your parents. But if you are not the one If your parents are sponsoring you, you can't say you are taking care of your parents. If your parents are sponsoring you, you can't take care of them. But if you are the one sponsoring yourself, you can still say your parents, which who are old, so you definitely need to come back to take care of them. If your siblings are there, your siblings are the ones sponsoring you, you can't say you want to come back and take care of your parents. You don't get money to go to school and to take care of parents. So don't talk like that. Yeah. So after that one, our next one, which is the fourth one, is proof of sufficient fund. So many people are denied of this thing. Funds. The fund you need is $7,000, and what you have in your account is $43,000, and you are denied visa. What do they want? They say sufficient funds, and I'm giving them money above the required funds, and they're denying me. Why not? Why would they not deny you? Because you thought you are submitting to children. You're submitting a document to a child that can just approve it. This boy need 7,000 US dollars to travel, and he has 10,000. That's enough. That's sufficient. Okay. Go take your visa. That's not true. It doesn't work like that. So now, let me state this. First, how much is your tuition? If your tuition for a year is 10,000 and you have paid 5,000, the remaining 5,000 needs to be in your account. Are you understanding me? If your tuition is 10,000 a year and you have paid 5,000 like first semester tuition, the remaining, that's the second semester tuition, which is 5,000 USD, needs to be in your account. That money needs to be in your account. One. Then your upkeep needs to be in your account. Each country has the specific amount of money needed for upkeep. Like for Canada, the president now, they say is 20,000 something, 20,000 Canadian dollars. So you can imagine that 20,000 Canadian dollars needs to be in your account. So let me say now $5,000 plus $20,000. What we have now is $25,000. Are you understanding me now? $25,000 needs to be in your account. So that $25,000 now is what you need to be in your account. Then we now have miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is like for flight tickets, for other things, be able to do necessary things you need. Let us say something like 5,000 USD. 5,000. Let's just use Canadian dollars. Let's use 5,000 Canadian dollars. So now 5,000 Canadian dollars for second semester tuition, 20,000 Canadian dollars for upkeep, then another $5,000 5,000 Canadian dollars for miscellaneous travel, itineraries, and the rest, which is total of 30,000 Canadian dollars. So that 30,000 Canadian dollars needs to sit in your account, needs to be in your account before you apply. Me, first of all, I will advise you, if it is 30,000 Canadian dollars, if you change it to naira, maybe let us say in naira now it is 30 million naira. I'm just using it is 30 million naira. Please don't put only 30 million naira there. Put 35 million naira. If possible, 40 million naira. You know why I'm saying it? The way our naira is going southwest, it is going like this. It is going like this. It is going like this. Because the more you are staying in the money is staying in your account, and the more the money is staying in your account, and your visa is taking time, naira is depreciating. And you know, if you say, it's 30 million naira put, now if I calculate it, it's less than what I'm expected to have. Hey, God, you be there. But if your money is 40 million naira is depreciating. And people say, it's depreciating, but it's not, my money is still enough. You will be relaxed. My sister, you will be relaxed. So if your money is 30 million, don't keep 30 million unless you want to change it to Canadian dollars or US dollars. Then if it is in US dollars, 30,000 USD, let it, you don't need to disturb yourself, because the more dollar is going high, it doesn't disturb you, it's not affecting you. If your proof of fund is in dollars, better for you. But if it is in naira, if it is 30 million expected, don't just put 30 million, put extra, because if naira depreciates, it will affect your proof of funds. So now, there are some people that when they apply for, when they have 30 million and they're expected to have 30 million and they submit 40 million and they still tell them insufficient funds. My sister, is not, they do not mean insufficient fund. There is something they are talking about. Why they're saying insufficient fund is because you did not state the source of that money. It's not just to carry 40 million naira, boom, inside account, and you did not state how that money came about. They will definitely know that that money is for demonstration. Do you understand? They will definitely know that this is where the money for demonstration. They will now tell you that this money, they are denying this money because they feel that this money, you don't have enough money, because this money is for demonstration. Because your opening account statement was saying 500,000 or 20,000 naira, and the next thing they just saw 3 months to come, they just saw 50 million boom inside your account. 500,000, 50 million. Oh, how that money? You know, in Nigeria it's possible. There is nothing that is not possible in Nigeria. You can sleep this night with 10 naira and wake up the next day with 20 million naira. Nigeria, that kind of thing is possible. But outside the country, they don't believe that. You can't just have 10,000 today and the next day you're having 10 million naira. It's not believable. So they don't understand such kind of thing. So you need to work with their own mentality. So when you have 20,000 naira opening accounts, that is why it's always advisable, once you say, I want to relocate. Once you just say, I want to relocate, start building your account. If it's your sponsor, tell your sponsors to start building the account. If that's their last account, that day you are saying about it, what is in the account is, let me say 1 million naira. Tell them they should start putting money. Tell them to start putting money into the account. Let me say twice in a month or once in a month. They can put first week of the month, they can put 1.5, then like the third week of the month or into the fourth week of the month, they can now put another 1.5 or another 1 million. The next month again, they put 2 million, and the next other month, and in the the third week or the fourth week of that month, they put 1M. Another one, they put 500,000 the first week, second week 500,000, 400,000, 200,000, 1M. You know, they'll just be putting it interchangeably like that. 1M, 500,000, 200,000, 700,000 in each. Maybe they say in each week you put 1M first week, the second week 400,000, third week 200. Let me say 700,000. The other week 1.5. The next month 500,000, 1.5, 2M. You know, just the money will just, and as you are putting in money, my dear sister, let there be outflow of money. If there is inflow of money, let there be outflow of money. Don't just be putting money and you're not using the account. Even if you are using let it be that you're using the account, maybe you're paying something like 10,000, 12,000, even if it's 1,500,000 that's coming, but you're using the money to pay it like 12,000, you're using 12,000 for something, 10,000 for something, and money is still inflow. Make sure you're using that account too. Don't keep taking money, and you're not bringing out the money. It's obvious that. So they just want to see that the account is busy. You understand? So that one is to show, if you have that one now, you have cancelled anything like demonstration of money, just to show that, to tell them that for them, they'll believe that you just want to use that money for visa purposes. After that visa purpose, you give the money to whoever it is. But if you do this thing, this step by step I'm telling you, my dear sisters and brothers, nobody will tell you that money is for demonstration. So you need to start building your account. But if you don't have opportunity to build the account, and maybe 1 month to or 2 months before your application, big money fell into your account, no problem, but you need to explain to them the outcome of that money. If it is a land you sold, you bring the proof of the land you sold. You bring the proof of it, even the amount and everything, who bought it. You know, when you sell a property, you definitely, the document you use in selling of what say, you submit it to them and write in your SOP that so huge amount of money entered my account is so date. It is because of I sold this land. You now put in brackets, check client information, or check something to show that this is the proof of the land I sold. You also put if you sold a car, you now tell them so time of so date I sold car, my car, and this is the proceeds from it. You show the proof of the car you sold. Then another one is, if it's your parents that send money to you, or your siblings. It depends on the kind of money they send to you. If your siblings send money to you, they need to write, there's something they call deeds of gifts. In Canada, they have deed of gifts. They can write it and notarize it, and to prove that they gave you that money as a gift for your study. But it depends on a particular specific amount of money. If it's like 5 million, 4 million, 2 million, it can be deeds of gifts. But if it's like 10 million, 20 million, that person is no longer gifting you. That person is now your sponsor. So now if that person puts that money into your account, you now need to submit the statement account of that person. After submitting the statement of account of that person, if there is any lump sum inside that person's account statement, you need to explain it too. You need to explain it, and you now also explain the source of the money of how that person got that money. If it's your uncle that puts, maybe your parents put that huge amount of money into your account, you need to show that your parents are working, the kind of work they are working, for them to have that kind of amount of money to give to you. If it is pension, you need to show the pension certificate or whatever to show that this is where they got the money from. You don't just tell person to send money into your account and then you submit to no. You need to explain. That is why sometimes some people, what they do is that they put that money, huge amount of money, even if it's huge amount of money, but they'll put it like, this is February and you want to apply for visa, let me say October. You're applying October, not September, August, June, no, August, July, June, May, April. So, you see, this is 6 months. So you can start now and start putting, maybe you can start now. This is February now. If you want to put the whole huge amount of money, put it boom in your account and let it remain there. But you need to be using that account. Maybe now if it is 10 million that you need as your, maybe, okay, let us say now it is 30 million you need, or it's 35 million you want to use, which is sufficient. Then you need to put 35,500,000. Then be using that 500,000, or still be putting small money like 10,000. Somebody will transfer you do something for someone, they'll pay you 10,000, they'll pay you 5,000. You use 200 naira to buy credit, you use 1,000 naira to buy credit, you use 500 naira to buy data. You just be using it. But when you put this money now at once, 50 million, boom, which is heavy. You know that 50 million, it's heavy to even say it in the mouth. So when you put that 50 million this February, you leave that money till October, till September. You want to apply, maybe you want to apply 4th of October. So when you want to take statement of account, now you now take statement of account from April, May, June, July, August, September, 6 months. So your opening account started with 50 million. Do you understand? Your opening account started with 50 million and your closing account is even closing with 50 million and something, or 50 million at a dot. Do you get? So it is obvious that if that money has been there in your account for 6 months, it is your money, because nobody will want to leave 50 million in your account just like that. No, even a business person will want to use that money for something for that long. Nobody will do. So definitely, if that money is in your account, it's showing that is your money. but you still need to prove to them that how you got that money. You get, you need to tell them you did contract, you did this, and whatever you say in your statement of purpose, my brother and sister, whatever you say you are doing, whatever you say you own, make sure you prove it. And what I mean is that make sure you get a document, print it and upload it. Don't say you did contract and you're not putting evidence, proof of that contract. Don't say you sold a car and you're not putting proof of that car you sold, the document. Don't say you sold the land and you're not even putting proof of it. How can you tell person you did this? How will the person believe you? It is the proof that you have to show. So that is it. So statement of account, whatever amount of money you have to prove the source of it, where the money is coming from, what you did to get that money. Even if it's your sponsor, you say what your sponsor is doing, whatever business is doing, the sponsor is doing. If this sponsor is if the sponsor has a business and the business is thriving and all that, you submit the CAC certificate. If you have a business, you submit your CAC certificate. Prove so many things. If you don't have a CAC certificate and you have a business, prove yourself take a picture of yourself in your business. Take a picture of when you are having maybe something with your staff, you understand. Take a picture, take receipts of some business transaction, the things you bought, the receipt of the goods you bought, the receipt of goods some people bought from you. You can get statement from your client to say, yes, I bought so thing from this person. So many ways to prove your business. The simplest and easiest one is CAC certificate. But if you don't have it, no problem. You can still, if you get a CAC of recent, then you still have to submit those pictures and everything to tell them that this business has been on running since how many years, but it's just now I just registered it. Go and look for old receipts of your business and submit to tell them that these are what I've been buying these goods for years, and this is the receipts of what I've been buying. You have to prove it, to prove where that money came from. Oh, don't just put money boom and then move on. Oh, they will deny you. That is it for our proof of funds. Then the fifth one is travel history. In your statement of purpose, you have to state your travel history. If you've traveled before, please do not forget to state it. It's also a way, like in case now you don't have strong ties to prove that you're coming back to your country, this travel history is a way of telling them, I have traveled to so countries, I have obeyed their rules and regulations, and I came back the specific time I'm expected to come back. I did not stay more than the time, I did not commit any crime, nothing. Is a very good way to show them that, for them to believe that, oh, this person will come to our country and will not commit any crime and will go the specific date because he has traveled other countries and he went back to his home country. So definitely he will go back to his home country after coming to ours. So your travel history is as important as anything. And as you are stating that you have traveled to so country, don't forget to put their stamp, the stamp of the visa stamp of that country. Because definitely if you have traveled to any country, they will give you visa stamp and they go stamp them now. But they won't stamp your passport, they will stamp it. So you have to print your stamp page of your visa stamp page of your passport, print it and submit to them. If it is 20, but the best one is like within 5 years. Within 5 years. If it's more than 5 years, don't. But if it's more than 5 years you've traveled, still put it. But put the most recent ones. Your travel history is as important as anything. Please do not forget it. Okay. We've come to the end of this. This is very, very important. When it comes to SOP is very important. So, and it's very, very educative. If you've watched from the beginning to this stage, thank you. You are my Regi. Thank you very much. And please, if you've not subscribed, please click on the subscription button now. As how informative and educative this video is, which you really appreciate and you would want others to watch and get informed, please help to click on the like button so that YouTube can recommend it for other viewers. Don't not forget to comment. If there are other questions you need to ask me, just put it out in the comment section. I will definitely answer them. If there are other things you think I forgot about the SOP, state it down so that others too will learn from it. Please, thank you. Bye.